Hi, my name is Sadie Buell and I'm a Sports Medicine 3 student at South Toho High School. My third project is on the motion analysis of handstands. The patient who I worked with is Abby Sandorf. She's a junior at South Toho High School. She's a gymnast and has been doing gymnastics for 7 years. She also coaches middle schoolers in gymnastics. She mostly does acrobatic gymnastics and has a very active and healthy lifestyle. As for what motion analysis is, it's the study of human movement. It's mostly used to improve form and prevent injuries, and is used for almost every sport there is. It involves filming sequences of events and taking photos in order to study specific movements and motions. In this project, I'm going to be using motion analysis to analyze and improve Abby's handstand form. This project is important because if you don't have proper handstand form, you could sustain injury to various muscles. Practicing improper form can take a toll on your body, and it's important to have proper form in competitions. The goal of the program is to analyze and make any necessary improvements to Abby's handstand form in order to prevent injury and help her have better form. To give a basic overview of my project, I started by researching and studying proper handstand form and taking baseline photos of Abby's handstands. Then I compared the baseline videos and photos to professionals' proper technique, and I gave Abby tips on what to work on. After that, I had Abby spend an extra 5 minutes per day, 5 days a week, for 3 weeks, doing handstands while keeping the tips in mind. After those 3 weeks, I took the final measurement and compared it to the baseline photos and the photos of professionals to analyze the success of the project. There are 9 main components to proper handstand form. It is important to have locked arms because it helps with balance and prevents your muscles from having to do all the work. It is important to fully extend your shoulders because it makes it easier to hold a handstand position and prevents you from collapsing. It is important to have an open chest because it helps improve your handstand posture. It is important to have an elevated scapula because it allows the shoulders to straighten out and lets the body form a straight line. It is important to have an engaged core because if your core is relaxed, then you will collapse and could possibly sustain injury. It is important to have a posterior pelvic tilt, which is a flat back, because it prevents you from going into a bent position, which puts excessive weight on the lower back. It is important to have tight glutes because it helps to stabilize the hip joint and makes it easier to balance. It is important to have engaged legs because it prevents you from falling and keeps the body in a straight line. Lastly, it is important to have pointed toes because it makes it easier to keep the rest of your body tight and makes the handstand look better. These are the baseline photos of Abby that we took at the beginning of the program. The first one has the motion analysis lines, but the second doesn't because the app wouldn't register it. Here are her baseline photos compared to those of professionals. You can see that while her core and upper extremities form is extremely good, her legs aren't fully straight and her toes aren't pointed. I gave her coaching points to work on and told her that she just needs to remember to point her toes and straighten her legs. As I stated before, she practiced handstands for an extra 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, for 3 weeks. At the end of those 3 weeks, we took the final result photos and videos. After comparing them to professional photos, you can see that her form is basically identical to that of the professionals, and her legs have gotten much straighter, as well as her toes being more pointed. I would say that the program was a success because we were able to point out and correct the couple things she needed to fix, and her form is now extremely good. As for the future impact, her handstands are going to be better, and she said that she will make sure to keep these tips in mind in the future. Thank you.